Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are out here with a potentially day in the life video. Oh, Jake Bright Town meeting up with our boy Chris right here, an FCR driver. He's got our low deck trailer hooked up to his truck. We are going to go snag two trucks. One, I think they're both Freightliners, maybe, an older one and a newer one that I bought probably about 2 months ago. And I've been meaning to come out here because one we're going to push up on the trailer, and the other one we're going to haul back to the shop on the Zach lift behind us. So, that being said, we are hitting I-40 right here. Had to go grab some trucks. Well, guys, here's the two trucks we bought. They are not in the best of shape, okay? This one right here, Freightliner Cascadia, that has seen better days, right? But it does have, it's supposed to have a good DD15 engine in it. So that's one of the reasons we bought it. The interior is in amazing shape. Look at this, Ryan. Look, just in like perfect shape. Oh. We've got this Columbia. I've had so many requests for Columbia parts. It's crazy. I mean, it really is crazy. From hoods, grills, fenders, different things like that. And here we are. This one has a 14-liter Detroit in it. That is a good engine that's been rebuilt not long ago. So this one's supposed to start up and run perfectly. So we've got this truck right here, which this one's we're gonna grab with the Zach lift and snatch it up out of here. So probably grab it from the front. I don't know yet. We might pull it out of here and grab it from the rear. But this has got some really nice airliner suspension in it too. So I mean, these are the kind of suspensions people are always buying and doing, like air ride suspension swaps on cab overs and stuff like that. And it's not super rusty, it's actually in good shape. So that one's a little bit rougher than I remembered. Oh boy, that one's really rough. It's missing an axle and all kinds of crap. So this one we're gonna pick up from the front with the Zach lift, and we're gonna shove it on the low boy. We're gonna pull all the tires and wheels off of it. Yeah. Here's our low boy. Chris has been using it to go pick up trucks kind of like this that can't be pulled down the road. He's got his glider. That's a 2021 glider truck. This 12.7 Detroit in it. So he asked to not be on camera. He thinks he's too pretty to be on camera, so you'll just see the back of his head in most of the video. So we try to honor anyone that doesn't want to be on camera, no matter if they work for the company or not. You know, it's truly their decision. So we're gonna be getting this thing detached. We're gonna grab this thing from the front and get it pushed on the trailer. So lots of stuff happening. Let's get to it. Alright guys, we got the purple truck picked up here in the front. The rear axle is not going to roll, so we're going to push it around. It's not going to be easy, but it's our only option. We're going to figure it out though. So right now, guys, you can see where these tires right here are spinning and they're rolling around. So we're going to deflate the tires on the other side so they can also roll in the rim potentially. That went a lot smoother than I thought it would, honestly. So we're pulling the front tires off this thing. We're probably gonna pull the backs off to get the height down on the trailer. So yeah, that's what we're doing. One slightly used wheel, who needs it? We're looking at the top of this thing. We didn't bring our measuring stick, but that that will be okay for us to get back. I don't think it's over height. It might be like 13.8 or something, but nothing that's gonna cause any issues going back home. This thing's missing a lot of stuff. Again, it doesn't have that drive axle in there still. I kind of brought everything down all the way to the front. So Chris is gonna work on chaining everything down and securing everything on here so nothing blows off. Man, this Zach lift is so handy, especially when we have two trucks here, one grabbing a truck, one with the trailer. So next we're gonna get backed up to the Columbia right there, grab it from the front. We're gonna slide some axles out of it, and yeah, let's do that. Well guys, I think what I'm gonna do, I like grabbing them from the back just because you don't have to worry about pulling axles and stuff like that. So we're gonna air this tire up, check for a few leaks, pick it up, and we'll drag it out of here. And as long as there's no major leaks on this tire, we'll just pick it up from the back and then pull it down the road backwards. It's, like I said, you never sliding axles out or dealing with none of that stuff. So that's what we're about to do. And check this out wall right here, dude. It's huge caboose. They said it's not for sale at this time. But wouldn't it be sick to buy this, put it somewhere, and make an Airbnb out of it or something? And it looks like they've already welded up some windows on it. These boys, this thing ain't light. I don't think your Charger's moving this one, Ryan.
No.
Look at them, look at the rims on this thing, cut. That got to be at least 36s. It is sick though, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
Sickety dope, dope, dope. All right, we're gonna grab this thing from the front, pull it out here in the parking lot, and grab it from the back. And some of you are probably saying, "Oh, well, that's not how you should do it." Well, talking to the experienced veteran, Mr. Chris, he said, "I always grab them from the back. It's always the easiest thing to do. You should watch the fairings." So we'll get this thing pulled out, grab from the back, check the fairings on the back, make sure they're not gonna blow away. And yes, we're gonna drag these tires because I'm not gonna try to cage these brakes to move at 20 feet. These tires are already shot. Cleaning up this front axle. When we grab it by the rear, this was naturally going to drop, and we don't want that. So you gotta get it bound up while it's flat on the ground before we pick the rear up to keep it from dropping. So by going up above the frame, we're grabbing the outside of the frame, going down in between the forks. So right down in here, we're actually holding the forks outward against the leaf spring hangers. Grabbing everything, and this chain holds everything down to our stinger here, is what I like to call it, our underlift. People call it all different kinds of names. And since we have it picked up right here and we're mounting all this solid, there's a pivot point right down in here, right there, where this everything turns and twists. You've probably seen us moving stuff around already, so maybe most of you already know that. But get this tightened down, put our safety chains on, and put our light bar on the front, check the fairings, make sure nothing else loose in the truck. We're good to go. So we've got this thing unhooked from the truck, made it back to the shop, safe and sound. Out back is our RGN Chris dropped off somewhere. But my plans are to get this thing started this afternoon. So this thing was supposed to start and run. The engine's supposed to be good in it. Supposed to. So we're going to get the hood opened up here in just a second, get some jump boxes put over here, maybe some hot batteries. Yep, need some batteries put in there. And see if this thing will crank up, fingers crossed. It's a 14-liter Detroit. Supposedly it was just rebuilt not long ago, but we all know how that goes. All right, guys, so we've got a battery put down here in this battery tray. We're trying to figure out some of these cables because our ground cables look like they've been cut by somebody. So, jump box in here, that's hooked up. Dude, I don't know what to do with this, honestly. Probably should. We have go grab a 9/16, we'll take that loose, and then you'll get a pair of vice grips and we'll put it on the frame. We're gonna make this thing start somehow, some way, because see that right there's twisted off too. It's like someone cut it, the grounds, and didn't do anything else with it. We also, while Lake is doing that, we'll have him, we need to pop the hood and check the oil and stuff. And then there's no key in it. So we've got some gator clips and stuff here. What we're gonna do with these is, I'll show you in a second. Go ahead and just unbolt, take that loose from there, and then clean the frame off and vice grip it to the frame. So in here, where the key switch is, you can see where someone's already had it loose. And so we should be able to gator clip down inside here and get something to crank on, because one of these is gonna be our key on hot, and we'll get her to spin over and get something to happen. And it looks like it's got a regular old 10-speed transmission. We have so many 10-speed transmissions, it's not even funny. And for anyone that's been asking about and emailing me about the chassis we have for sale, my dad's in the background yakking. He talks so loud. I hope he sees this video. So anyone that's been asking and emailing me about the chassis we have for sale, they will be coming with MSOs, which is Manufacturer Certificate of Origin. It's anyways, it's a piece of paper you can take to your DMV and go get a title for the chassis. So, yeah, they come with that, so you can register them, do everything you want to do. So, let's get this thing to start up. Let's get the hood open. So our hood is bent or something because it didn't want to latch. And I had someone a while back looking for a Columbia hood or parts of it, because these are like a 3-piece hood. So maybe someone's watching this one. And they can get a hold of me about a hood. All right, the dipstick should be right here somewhere. This is a 14-liter Detroit. Dude, where's the dipstick on this thing? I thought it was on this side. It usually is. Maybe it's on the other side. Ah, here we are. Looks like it's got some oil in it. Find something to wipe it off, we'll double check it. Maybe an old Atlas or something here. So this is a 2007 truck. These engines are pretty sought after, the 14 liters that are in good shape. Yeah, we're good on oil. It ain't leaking, it ain't got none in it. So we're rigging this up a little bit. There you go. Hey, we got something happening. That's good. Oh, something's beeping. All right, let's take our test light now and see what we've got for power on this ignition switch. I guess I'm kind of teaching people how to hot wire a semi. Oh. Get us a good ground somewhere right here. There we go. Is it hooked up? Yeah. All right, so what we're gonna do is want to find our hot right here. Granted, they're freaking.
The power quit?
Yeah. I wonder why.
I don't know. Once I clamp it, it'll stop using it.
It's probably because this is. Take it off. Let's give this the old 1-2. Oh, this right here needs to be tightened up too.
Oh yeah, I don't think it will.
Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to find, usually when you have something with a few wires going into it, that's usually your hot. So right there we've got 12 volt there. And we're going to have a starter wire and an ignition wire. So what we're going to do is take this. And we're going to, you can probably just unplug, we don't need the key switch on here. Anyways, we're gonna wanna clamp down. Can they see it okay what we're doing here, Ryan, or should you turn the flash on? One of these is going to be our, right there. So, but we want one to turn our power on. All right, right there's our, right now we have power, right? Our dash, here it's cycling. Our dash is not lit up, but the dash may not be plugged in either, so. We're gonna go ahead and jump from here to here, and that is some more power. We're just powering up everything. And then if we go from here, these things are not working. No, there's no grounds in these most of the time, so.
Oh, it's got AC.
Oh shit. Now keep in mind there probably isn't much voltage in this thing either, because that battery's pretty dead. But we go from here to here in the center, and it's gonna spin it over. So what we need to do is now hook the jump box to it. Fingers crossed.
Jump box is happy.
Yeah, it might be with some weird thing. All right, ready? Here we go. I don't think our jump box is working.
Another one.
Oh, we got something steaming. The battery or this?
So bump it over and I'll look.
What's this?
Is that you sizzling?
No. The battery's awfully warm. I had that hooked right here.
What, that?
Yeah.
No, I just clamped that there.
I know, but I had it here to like make connection.
I just tried to clamp it so it quit. One more.
I know this is so exciting right now. You guys are probably getting bored, but this is what you got to do. Ready? You know what happens. Oh! Huh. I wonder if there's any fuel in these tanks. They might be empty. We probably should have checked that.
You got a full tank like everyone else.
He's half full. Full of that black diesel. Now see, it's probably going to be not primed up. I don't think this has a primer on it. So, alright. As long as no one's messed with anything else, it should crank right up.
Besides all the rats. Sounds like it's not getting fuel.
I don't think it is. So these have a mechanical fuel pump right here on the back of the.
Actually, is that a one missing?
That's just the airline,
Oh, for all the air.
probably. Let's grab your 13, pull this off, and I'll go grab some ether and we'll hit it. Just this little scotch. Oh, Lake not strong enough. Lake be going to the gym, can't get the pipe off. He doesn't know the secrets of the trade. Not all of them, at least. Young grasshopper. Now loosen her up some more. You have to take all this off anyways. It pulls the engine out, so. Fix that problem right there, huh? Got this little ether hole in here.
It might have a slight boost.
There you go. Ether injection hole. All right, you want to go turn the starter back or the thing back on?
Jump box.
Here, you see what I was doing? Just hold the back of it. Not you. Like, right there to the middle one. Right there in the middle. Go ahead. Not getting fuel, and or we might not be getting any power because the dash still isn't on. So, oh, you know what I bet it is?
What?
Yeah. Hold on, don't tell me.
This right here we forgot to hook up.
Yeah.
Probably exactly what it is. Just hold it right there and tell me, or put it. Nope. No, whatever. Let's probably control something in here that needs to be turned on. We still don't have anything like, no big differences in here on the dash. Unless the dash, I wonder if the dash has been swapped. It has, because all the bolts are missing out of it. So this dash may not do anything anyways.
Well, start it now and see. With those hooked
All right, we'll
up,
come try it.
see if it'll start.
Line off the fuel pump here and see if the rail's even getting fuel. Let me go grab a crescent wrench. Fuel pressure test port. We need to get one of these tools to check this stuff. You'd think we'd have it here, wouldn't you? Ew! It's like a little will it start video here. I don't think we got any fuel up here, boys. Oh, there's some diesel. We need to get her spinning over. And I may have to plug my laptop into it and see if we got any activity in the ECM. It does have an ECM, so that's good. It's still there. All right, I got a fuel line cracked. The dash wasn't plugged in, but I plugged it in. It didn't make a difference, so I'm assuming it's probably bad. So, look underneath the hood there, or here, try spinning it over, I guess, and I'll look there. And we'll see if we got fuel coming out or not. Go ahead. All right, we got some air. Hit it again. Nothing but air almost. Old diesel fuel. Should be like gushing out of there, and it's not. So something is not happy. All right, do it again. Now let's tighten that up. We'll get some fuel up to the rail, inside the head, to the injectors, and maybe it'll crank as long as the ignition's on, like we think it is. Been wrong before. All right.
Did it?
Yep. Hold the throttle down. Alright, well, it must not be getting any ignition. Alright, so I've got my laptop plugged in right here on the Detroit Diagnostic link. And we've got one side of the module working. We've got power at our plug here, but it's not talking to the ECM. See how it's still yellow? That means we've got power, but it's not making CAN bus communications there. So I'm gonna turn this. So while you're vacuuming, pulling stuff out, watch for that turn green. If it turns green, that means we've got connection. So right now we're not communicating with the ECM. That means it's not turning on. And I've got power right here in our ignition switch, unless there's another plug. Oh, there could be. Because the ignition switch has all these plugs on it. But see, only those 4 were connected, so maybe it doesn't. So I think we're gonna find some bad fuses over there or something corroded or something like that. So just watch for that light to turn green while you're doing that. I'll be right back.
All right, so the goal is for me to turn that yellow light green before Bruce gets back. Which that should be easy. He probably won't be back till tomorrow. This fuse. Is that even a fuse anymore? Honestly, it's still... I don't think it's broke, it's just melted. Let me go get a mini fuse and see if we can turn that back on. All right, back with a fuse. I know it's not the same size, but let's see. You heard that? That was not me touching nothing. Did it pop it? Alright, so that one wasn't it. This one don't look bad. Put that one back in. This wire right here is destroyed. Yeah, this wire's destroyed. Which could have made that fuse melt. Let's see if we can get to like... Tasty. I'm gonna go get a wire brush. Alright, so I had this one. This one goes to the panel. These are just headlights. We don't need to do those. Fuel heater. Oh, I just turned the other thing off. So it's just instrument cluster right now. So now this powers that other thing I just unplugged, which I think was...
The ABS light turned on.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of other lights on. See if I plug this back in. Let me clean it out a little bit. Clean it out. Boom. Brakes power unit. connecting.
It's green.
Boom, that's connected.
Guys, we're back out here the next morning. Dad and I went and looked at some hunting properties. We're gonna be hunting up here in Tennessee very soon, so it took a little longer than I thought. But I've been messing with this truck for about an hour or so. You've seen some clips where Lake and Ryan cleaned out the fuse box, found a bad rat's nest, and got it all cleaned out. And I've been messing with the truck here, and I found some bad fuses back here in the battery box, right? So, oh, we got some lights on back here. So we had a bad wire right here that was corroded on the inside and a blown fuse. I fixed that. We've got power there. And then, oh, these wires right here are power to our ECM. And go figure, we didn't have those grounded, right? So we had no ECM power. But now we do. So we're gonna get these hooked up just like that. And now our ECM is communicating with my laptop. As you can see right here, we've got engine right here. It's got some codes, so we'll clear all these faults. They're all active faults. Previously active, clear all faults. It doesn't want to clear them. That's okay. But nonetheless, we can plug our dash back in. You've seen those guys got it working. And we've got engine communication now. So, in theory, you see right here, it will show our engine. Sorry for the beeping, ECU 12.8 volts. So, it should crank up. It should. So let's get our battery box turned back on. Put a jumper box on here, and we'll get it spinning over. It should fire right up. Should. Big old should. Lots of things should happen around here, and they don't. Should. Okay, we've got all this craziness hooked up. Let's see if she'll crank. Well, we know it'll crank over, but will it start?
Well, it's definitely missing. Could be needing to bleed itself out still. So.
It's doing some weird stuff there.
It sounded like it was gonna run away.
Throttle wasn't responsive, and it was at like 1,000 RPM, so it could be because there's something unplugged in here. So let me do some digging around. But it starts and runs. That's a big plus. Big old plus. Throttle's still plugged in. Let's check our cruise switch. That was probably why it was running. Cruise was engaged. Hey, it shows mileage. 390,000 on it, on the truck, on the dash at least. So, all right, let's turn our jump box back on, and we'll see if it'll crank up. And I mean, it's got oil pressure. At idle, it had like 65. So we'll let it sit here and run for a minute. All we care about is oil pressure, and see if anything changes, starts to run any different. I am kind of concerned the throttle's not responding, but with the wiring that's going on here, I'm just happy it started up and ran.
It's good.
Unplug the dash. All right, so after plugging back in, we've got some codes in here now. So injector cylinder 4, 5, 1, and 2. So we've got some injectors that are not happy. So it sounds like it may have some bad injectors. So I've cleared our codes. We have one active, our baro pressure sensor below normal, so maybe unplugged. So let's see if we can, oh, coolant level. We know the coolant level may not be full. Our barometric pressure sensor is going to be somewhere right here on the manifold, or it's going to be over there, but that looks like it's plugged in. I could be pointing the wrong one, so if someone knows, comment. Let me know. But all right, let's see what she'll do now. We've got, those are the only two active faults. We don't need the dash plugged in and beeping and going crazy. We know it has oil pressure. It's got oil, so we should be good to go. Jump box is on. Battery charger's on. Clear prop. actively missing on cylinder 4, 5, 1, and 2, so we have an injector issue going on. So right now it's like overcorrecting right now to try to keep the engine running, so that's probably why it's revving up, I think. So, yeah, it's happening right now. So I think we might be able to kill some injectors in here. Slowing down, coming down on the RPM, so maybe we have an injector starting to act right. Cruise control status, so it does see we've got let's do this. Let's fire it up and see if it has blow by. I mean, that's like should be the #1 thing we're checking here. There is a company that I want to get more wiring harnesses from that has a harness we can just plug into this ECM and start it up on a bench like we've been starting Cummins engines up. So let's fire it up one more time. Check blow by. If it doesn't have blow by, we know it probably just has a couple bad injectors from sitting for so long. All right, cover's off. Now we'll have a little bit of blow by since it's not firing on those cylinders, but it shouldn't be like gushing out by no means. So looking here on the screen, we know the dash was probably incorrect. This shows as 1,017,221 miles on the truck. It had like 56 pounds of oil pressure at 1,000 RPM, so that's pretty good. And the fella that I bought it from, this and a few other trucks, the one we picked up, they had a massive trucking company, and he said that the engine was rebuilt not too long ago, and they spent a ton of money. So this probably means it was rebuilt by Detroit. So we know it's going to need injectors for sure. And I'm going to go ahead and order that kit. I wonder if maybe we can look up with maybe some of these serial numbers and call up Freightliner and see if they know the last time it was rebuilt, because usually when you put these stickers on it, it's when the last time it was rebuilt. So, and that valve cover, I mean, this is not a 1,000,000-mile engine. It's extremely obvious this has not been in here for 1,000,000 miles. So that's that. Well, guys, that pretty much wraps up today's video of a day in the life of a junk man, hauling out junk trucks and parting them out and stuff like that. So we've got two hoods here I want to talk about because we have a lot of Peterbilt viewers. We've got a 379 long hood here that's got a couple little tiny bumps and bruises, nothing that can't be, really fixed up pretty easily. But an OEM Peterbilt hood and a 378 all fiberglass short hood on the trucks we hauled in here the other day. We've got some more trucks to go pick up today, so we're gonna get out of here. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and thank you all for 1 million subscribers. It's been a huge milestone, and I couldn't have done it without everyone that's been watching and following along for almost 9 years now. So we'll see you guys later. Peace.